Hi everyone, I'm Christina, back with you for our regular Monday Light Codes transmission messages. We weren't here last week. It was a bit of a tricky week last week and just didn't get to it. So back to it this week. We've got I think it's full moon tonight, and we have equinox in a couple of days. So it's a very powerful week. And I think we're up to transmission 178. For those of you that don't know, these transmissions come through for the light codes every Monday, and I bring through the messages that go with that. And we've been doing it for 178 transmissions now. It was every week without a miss, but this year is getting it's getting hard going for me. I'm really finding it hard to keep going. And energetically, I feel like I'm taking a bashing all the time, and I'm sure it's the same for many of you. I sleep a lot, regrouping and recalibrating my energies and just catching up, just sometimes, I think I've slept for nearly 3 days at one point. That's how intense the energies have been getting. And this week in particular, there's going to be some really high-powered, or there is some really high-powered energies that began over the weekend, and great opportunities for people to step up and awaken even further. And for those that haven't awakened yet, should be a big influx this week, hopefully, and more awakenings for us. And that we need to really rest and look after ourselves so that we can be there for those that are just starting to wake up. And that's something we need to be aware of all the time, that there are different times of the year when it is really intense, and this is one of those particular times. So transmission 178, I'm really excited to see what it is. September has proven to be a little bit tricky so far, but a lot of really enlightened type energies coming through. Has been quite an amazing experience for me along the way. If you've been following along in the previous transmissions, you will have heard what's been happening. And so I'm going to leave it there, and I'll be back in flick of a switch really, because I'm just going to pause the recording, go away and do the transmission with my group, and then I will be back to give you the messages and to do the card readings, and then the light codes activation will be available on my shop. So I have to use my phone today because internet has been really weird for the last couple of days, and it just keeps dropping in and out. So I'm using the phone today, which is a different data, and hopefully all's going to go well. So see you soon. So the light codes have taken place, and now I'm back to talk about the visions and the messages that came through. Today, with the light codes, it was really quite a different type of energy. It was similar sounding coming all the way through, and a lot of Syrian master codes coming through, which felt like an instruction, or that we're being given instruction with this great purification that was coming through. The first vision that I had was of fists, like they weren't closed tightly like this, they were closed almost like this, and it felt very much like a softness for contemplation or from prayer, or if you hold your hands like this, you can feel it just felt like maybe a contemplation or something, this softness coming in here. And then I saw a hand held out, cupped like this, with something in it. And it felt very nurturing, as if to receive something, or even like as if there was a little tiny bird or an egg or something, but it was something precious, something very precious that we are receiving. We're receiving something very precious. And when I say that, I'm reminded that I definitely felt like it was like a nest, like a little baby bird nest or something. And it felt very delicate and very precious. So that, yes, we're about to receive something, and it is very precious. And the next vision that I had after that was of this, it was like a dome. It was quite
galactic looking. It was like you could see through it, so it was like glass, and it was a dome type covering, as if like a protection or something that we have over ourselves, or to place over ourselves, or that is coming for us or something. It was a dome shape, and it felt very much like to do with protection, but it also had this energy, a galactic type energy around it. And then I saw a very elongated box, and it was a gift box, but it was a very long rectangular gift box, and it was wrapped in a beautiful rose gold, shimmering rose gold colored paper or whatever. And I've got the word tall order. So it's almost like you might think that this is a tall order to receive this gift, or to be ready to receive this gift. But it feels that we are ready, or some people are ready to receive their gifts. And it's been a long time coming. So it feels like some people feel like, when am I ever going to receive my gifts? So it's like a tall order, but these gifts are coming. And you will be very busy, because the next vision that I saw was a big bumblebee with big wings, big gossamer wings, very clear wings, and suggesting that there's going to be this real busyness coming with these gifts that you are about to receive. And the final vision that I had today, there were two more visions. There was another vision of a hand holding a crystal ball, as if it was also being offered. Now, this crystal ball felt like it was to do with an energy that it was being placed. You are placing, or it is being placed, but it is to do with an energy and a clarity of things to come. And the final vision that I saw was somebody sitting in a very large lotus, and they were riding the lotus. So we know the lotus is to do with enlightenment. And this was indeed around in the crown chakra area. So this was riding your way into enlightenment. So very much to do with that this week, coming into that space of enlightenment and receiving the gifts. And the journey with the cards today, the first card is number 44, which for me, 44 is connected with the ancient Egyptian god Thoth. And it is to do with the higher heart. It's double heart energies, to do with the higher heart and higher wisdom. So bringing those sorts of energies together. Now, the energies, the activation that happened today, it's actually really powerful. I'm finding it difficult to keep my eyes open. They want to close, and that's generally what happens when a big influx of energy is coming through. But I will get through today's session. But if I'm blinking a lot, it's because the energy wants me to close my eyes and to go back into deep meditation. So the first card number 44, and it says, grieve your losses. And you can see she's looking through the window there. So she's looking through, the window is to do with an opening to the soul, and the departed are said to leave through a window. So part of us is about to die off. Part of us is dying, and we need to grieve the parts that we are leaving behind, that we may feel like we are losing, but in fact, you know that you're going to be receiving gifts. There are gifts that are coming when you are ready to let go of that part of you and don't hold on, because there is so much more being offered to us if we can only let go. And I'm just reminded again, and this has been coming at me for weeks, maybe even a month or more now. I keep getting this, reminded of Lot and his wife. This is in the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, where Lot and his wife, they were leaving, and I don't know the whole story because I'm not a biblical scholar, but they were told not to look back. They were leaving, going to a new world, to a new place, to a new way, a new place of being, and God had ordered them to leave and not to look back. And Lot's wife looked back, and they were turned to pillars of stone or pillars of salt, I'm not sure which. But this is asking us, don't look back. Don't look back. Where we are going is somewhere we can never possibly imagine, into this new world, this new earth, this new way of being. Don't look back and try to hold on to what we had. It's time to let all of that go and be willing to allow ourselves to receive the new. And the second card today, again, goes with the busyness thing. It says too much work, accept help from others. Life could be out of balance if you're so busy. Stress-related health concerns possibly. So the card is to do with, take a step back. Do accept help from others. You can't be expected to do everything yourself. And it is going to be a very busy time, and it is a busy time now. It is a very busy, energetic time now, and we all need to take a rest. And the next card is emphasizing that. It's the Scythe, which means that sudden change is coming. Sudden change, like just totally cutting through the old, and that's gone. And now you're going to have to deal with the new. So let go. This is another let go card. Let go and let the old completely die off. You really don't need it anymore. This is a very powerful time this week, very powerful time. Or whenever you pick up the light codes, know that it is time for you to let go and to activate that part of you to be able to totally let go and be ready for the new changes that are coming within you and within the external world as well. And the heart card today is card number 7. So, trust in your heart, awaiting results. And if you look at this card, it has become enlightened. And look at that beautiful tree of life that is growing up through her. There's been so much growth. Acknowledge the growth, acknowledge what you have learned, acknowledge everything. There's beautiful trees of gifts that are representing gifts here. And of course, the enlightened halo is the gift of enlightenment. And so acknowledge that. She has a whole, I don't know what she's growing in her heart, a golden apple or something. But anyway, this is to do with acknowledging the gifts and the growth that you have come through. And give gratitude for everything that you have. Totally thank you for everything. And thank you even for the challenges. Thank you even for the hard times. Thank you because you have learned and you have grown through them all. And the card in the throat chakra now, this week is the Queen of Wands. And this is also acknowledging that growth and that coming into your power and being more able to be in connection with your own magic abilities, your gifts. This is the cat here, the black cat. It's your gifts awakening within you. And she's holding the sunflower there, reminding us to always look at the sunflower, because the sunflower always looks toward the sun. So it is again saying, keep facing the light, face the light, face the light, face the light. I love sunflowers because my father used to grow them, and they're so beautiful. They put a smile on your face. So she's offering you the sunflower there, and she's wearing her crown. So you're being offered your crown. There is a great deal of growth that has come through, and gifts are being offered now. And that is also to do with the black cat there. And as she is saying, to acknowledge that growth that has come forward and face the sun, face the light. The card in the brow chakra is set. And this is the shadow side, the adversarial ally, the trickster. So remember here that you may be facing your shadow, and please recognize, because there is, at the moment, this is the end times. We do need to acknowledge that we are in the end times. There's equal light and equal dark within us all, and we need to face those dark parts and say that we no longer walk with that side, and we are ready to fully accept our gifts and ride the lotus into enlightenment. And so there may be some moments of ego, and don't listen to the trickster. Just question, is this something that is of the light? Where is this message coming from? How do I feel about this if I take it into my heart? And follow your inner guidance. Don't allow yourself to be tricked by the trickster. Take charge of the situation. Moses says, take charge. We're on our way to a better world. We're going to the new world, the promised land, you know, the new earth. Part the waters, leave the old behind. We are going to something brand new. Take charge of the situation. You can say no, and you can also say yes. And that's very powerful place that we are in at the moment. We are being asked, which side do you want? Do you want to take the opportunity to move higher and into unity consciousness? Or do you want to go back on the wheel of rebirth and keep going around and around and around and stay in that place of separation? Because we're certainly being offered that opportunity now. And that is the gift to be able to say yes, and the gift to be able to say no. What are you saying yes to? What are you saying no to? You know, that's something really worth looking at. And Omega, this is our path. This is the goddess. And the path that we are walking right now is let go. And it is Kuan Yin, the beautiful, compassionate Buddha, Kuan Yin, asking us to let go and let God, let go of all of that came behind us. We don't need it any longer. Let go. You are about to enter a new world. And as she's riding the lotus, just like in the vision that I had. Kuan Yin is riding the lotus. Ride the lotus with Kuan Yin. And the final card today, the Alpha card, which is to do with our direction right now and our mission and our purpose right now, you know, not the great big picture, but what we should look at as our purpose at the moment. And it is White Tara, and it is to do with purification. And in the last two, not today, it didn't come through today, but in the last two sets of light codes, there were mantras that were gifted to us from White Tara, or from the green, white and the green, from the Taras, the green Tara, white Tara. But it is all to do with purification. So purify, purify, purify. And all this week, the most important thing that you could do is to make sure that before you sleep at night, that you do some sort of purification ritual prayer and be in a very positive state while you're sleeping. Say yes to the greatest light. Say yes to the path of the light. Say yes to ascension. Say yes to enlightenment, you know, all of that. And again, in the morning, give thanks on rising. Give thanks and say thanks for the light of the day. Thanks for the light of source. You know, thank you for the light of enlightenment that you are walking into and with each and every day. Give your thanks. And with that, I'm going to say I will see you next week, and hopefully my eyes will want to stay open for me next week. And we are shifting, just remembering today I think is full moon. So, you know, great illumined opportunities for us now, and equinox on the 22nd, and the change of seasons. So with the change of seasons, we have to let go of the old season within us and welcome the new season that is being offered to us. So say your yeses and say your nos, and really be fully conscious and aware of what it is that you are saying yes to and what it is that you are saying no to. So with that, I will see you next week, and it's over and out from me.